Tigers, Baton Rouge, and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Missouri Tigers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And this game will start with a kickoff going out of bounds and give this offense tremendous opening field position. Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. Off the RPO, complete. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Give to the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. At the 20, he's got space. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Missouri comes to the line with another 1st down. Leaves it with the back. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Things looking really good for this offense on their first drive of the game. They've been able to get it done a lot of ways. An explosive play there in the running game. Great vision. He's able to break out, and he sets his offense up. And
going for the goal line. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
The Tigers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like,
there he goes. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to find another play. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Wants to throw on 1st down. Oh, does he turn that loose down the middle? And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Under fire. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. That chunk play has them in business, set up with a 1st down in the red zone. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Yeah, this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. We got a tight one early, and they go back on the attack, holding a 7-6 lead. Wants to go up top on first down. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pocket breaking down. Strong pass rush. Gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early. And
it's picked off. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed him for the defensive holding penalty. And the Tigers with the 1st and 10. Trying play action. Quickly complete. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down. Mizzou trying to cash in on a red zone trip. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. How about that Bayou Bengals defensive front showing some dominance? Booger McFarland, Marcus Spears liking their pressure.
And that defensive line getting to the quarterback, and they got so many guys that we could name like Spears.
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
And just pressure. You got to love the ability to get to the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable. And then the cherry on the sundae, Jesse, is getting him on the ground and forcing.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Smashes it between the uprights. The lead is now 4 here in the 1st. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. He'll start this drive going to the air. Almost had the completion, just missed it. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Watkins. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. That's caught. It's Watkins. He's able to get it out to the 25, but needed a little bit more to move the chains. It'll be 4th down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in.
Turning it on! And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. On 1st and goal, Missouri will try to strike Pater. They'll try to get it in with the run. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to slam it in. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. It's 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. He's got him. He's trying to get it in. Touchdown, Missouri! A great catch and run for 6.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Still on his feet at the 45. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. A little screen to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to keep it in the air. Got a man. It's Berry. Finds a crease at the 20. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. LSU looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to Pater. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. He's got it. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. 2nd down coming up. Looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. It's complete on the right side. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, looking to pass. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will. That's what they did running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Brown has it. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. So Missouri will have to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Fires to the middle. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Finds his man. It's Berry. Breaks into the open. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
Grab behind the line. It's Berry. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. From the red zone, looking for a man. He's got it. Going to the end zone. Touchdown, LSU.
A really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance, excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. They'll go to the air. It's caught for the 2. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it, inches away from the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll give it to the back.
How about that defense in the backfield? Nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for once.
Give to Brown. Creates a little space. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early. He's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives. They've scored 2 touchdowns. And here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete. But if you're him, I would keep spinning the beam.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellows, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge.
Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Caught in the backfield, it's Berry. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
They booted away on 4th down. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Hoffman. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got the quick pass. And he slips the 1st defender and picks up a handful of yards. And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to sling it into the heart of the field. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Caught close to the marker. It's Watkins. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. In a world of trouble from the start, and a massive loss on that play. They'll just try to forget about that disastrous running play on 1st down, 2nd and long coming up. Dumps it to the back. Boy, did that one have revolutions on it, but it's incomplete. I mean, not only were those two guys not on the same page, I don't think they were in the same playbook. They barely looked like they were on the same team. Now it's 3rd down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Caught behind the line. It's Terry. Still running at the 40. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Tigers. An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now.
Man, Man, this defense has their hands full. They're dealing with a quarterback that is pinpoint accurate, making good decisions, and they're dealing with a wide receiving group that has a lot of speed and some burners on the perimeter. They might want to think about playing some more zone coverage moving forward. That's now 3 passing TDs they've allowed.
And he puts through the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Lindsey. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. LSU quick to the line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Snagged in the middle. It's Green. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. To the air on first down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Catch in the middle. It's Turner. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Just keeps swinging it. Fires it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Offense gets set for second down. Looking to fire. He's got his man. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Handoff to the lone back. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Now on second down. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. So the final period starts with a second down play. He's got it on the right. There he goes. He's at the 40. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. Complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Back to pass on second down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Quarterback sneaking his way, tunneling and burrowing into the line. Scores on the sneak.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
He'll bring it out. It's Watkins. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. This time he's got it. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big.
He tries to take the top off. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Green.
Well, nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting...
He hurls one deep down the left side. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Going right to work up top. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's got him this time. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for 2nd down. It's a draw. Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. And the Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Finds his big tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Had to get rid of it quickly. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
I I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Looking for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense. Not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Bringing the heat. Hit as he throws. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Got a man in the middle. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw it. Lets it fly. He makes a grab. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. LSU lining up 1st and goal. Touchdown, Tigers! Great job by the back on the option.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Here comes the biggest drive for the defense, desperate to get a stop. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Fires to the big fella. Runs through a tackle. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football?
Receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee.
Well, they start 2-0, and you really got to like what you're seeing from this football team so far. Yeah, it hasn't been perfect, but they've got a lot of playmakers. They've recruited well. That's showing up on the field, and they're playing smart. They're establishing an identity. Teams better watch out for these guys this season.
And they get the icing on the cake, and that might make for some long memories after this one. Guys, this is a type of signature win that can set the tone for the future of a program.
And this is the crazy thing about college football with 18 to 22-year-olds. On any given day, anything can happen. And David...